Nice to meet you guys. In this video, I'll talk about issues related to your account, how to secure and protect your account. I will also name a few suggestions on what computers can take to improve their security, other than patching their. Even if you were not hacked and you did not lose your account, this video may still help you in other areas. Before I start, I'd like to introduce myself a bit. I was a GM in an online game. The game has since then already closed down. The game developers were Koreans and they had their own server while I was overseeing the global server. This is quite similar to Summoner's War if you look at it. One of my jobs was to answer the customer support tickets. Even though it's a different game, I hope with my experience I can provide some insights for you to understand and tips on answering support. The first topic, account retrieval. What should you do and what shouldn't you do? The moment that you find out you were hacked, you should keep calm. Immediately, you want to contact computers. Do not wait too long to contact them. You do not want to send a ticket saying that you were hacked and asking what to do. You will want to send a ticket instantly stating info regarding your account. This way, you can skip the waiting time of them responding to your ticket and showing you the form that you need to fill up. The full form can be found on the forum. I will provide the link in the description box. You may also have found similar form on Reddit or anywhere else, so any similar form will work. The place where you should send your ticket is through this link. Now, you may have already been afraid of clicking links. Well, don't worry, there is another way to access the ticketing system, where you can contact the customer support. Simply just go to your game app, you will see the customer service link. Click on that, scroll all the way down and click on submit. Now, I'll teach you how to write your ticket. Of course, you're going to copy and paste all these, but you're not going to write Dear Summoners. So you write, Dear Admin, I have lost access to my account. Full stop. You do not need to write how you were hacked or ask them how and why you were hacked. You also do not need to tell them that you went to a website that looks like Hive. Saying all this will just make the admin less likely to help you. This is also stated on their terms of service, that if you were willing to give out your login credentials, computers is not held responsible for what may happen. This includes providing services in retrieving your account. Next, you also do not want to tell them how much you have spent on the game or the amount of effort you have put into the game. All accounts probably had spent money or great effort on. That's why you want to retrieve them, right? And if I were an admin and I read such stories, I would check on your account and make sure that you're telling the truth. Anyway, you just want to keep your first paragraph short and sweet because the main focus is below. The first point, your Hive ID. I'm pretty sure at some point in your Summoners War life you have clicked on your nick in the game and saw this box pop up. I've seen some people ask how they can change their Hive ID. If you're a guest user or you had signed up with your Facebook, you can only change your Hive ID once, and once this is set, neither the admin nor the developers can change your Hive ID. The Hive ID will then become a unique ID that means the account. Coming to this point, screenshot of first and last purchase. But you ask, what if I'm F2P? The question is, if you had spent on your account, does that guarantee you getting back your account? Unfortunately, there are people who spend hundreds, if not thousands, and still did not get back their account. I know some of you are kids and you do not have a credit card or money to buy prepaid cards. I think one shouldn't be forced to pay just to secure your account. So you just have to skip this part. Moving on with the form, Wi-Fi MAC address for Android devices and the DID for iOS devices. You may follow the steps here to retrieve them. Note that this is similar to your Hive ID, these are unique. You may want to provide the Wi-Fi MAC address or the DID of all the devices that you have logged into. This includes your old devices and devices that you have briefly logged in. For example, I have 3 devices, one iPad which I play Summoners War at home, one iPhone which I play when I'm outside, and one Samsung phone which I've used less than 5 times to use the mirroring option. It is best to provide all this information because the more different information that you have, the more they can verify against their system and to prove that during this time it was you who were holding the account. Now we move on to the last bit here, the form that was provided by Computers admin Annie. Must needed information. Failure to provide specific and or accurate info will affect our ability to assist you. So, what does this really mean? It means that if you fail to provide most of the important points, they won't even bother to take a look at your account status, right? They will just give you a copy and paste reply. Oh yes, do know that all humans read the tickets, not a computer. Maybe in your standing point, a few of the important points you think can already verify that you are the owner. But do know that the admins have guidelines to follow. So you want to fill up as much important points as you can, and if you don't know the answer, don't leave it blank. You may want to state the reason why you are unable to provide these informations. This way, the admin can further assess your situation and provide the relevant assistance. There are things that you shouldn't be doing. I know now you're in a panic state. Many of you have sent a lot of tickets on the same issue. But you shouldn't. You should immediately go and delete those tickets. Keep only one left, the one that has most information. Deleting your others' tickets will also take them off the pending list. I think the reasons are quite simple. You don't want to confuse the admin of sending multiple tickets, and different admins may take up the same case. This will be a wasted effort. You shouldn't also be bumping your ticket too often and send tickets in again if you don't get a reply in a few hours or up to a day. Note that the humans are working at the support departments. Although account issues are really important, in the gaming industry it's very rare to have account support working 24/7. I also think that account admins are working from the US, at least the English ones. Therefore, you may want to count or look at the time zone that is according to the US. Admins also work only on weekdays and they do not work on public holidays. So, when you send a ticket on Friday on the US time, you may not get a reply until Monday or Tuesday. Tickets sent on Saturday or Sunday, you may also not get a reply on Monday. You may get your reply maybe on Tuesday or Wednesday, because there are probably lots of tickets from Friday. You also do not want to keep bumping your ticket with senseless reply, unless you have more information. And you also do not want to delete and resend, because this will make you go back to the end of the queue, getting your friends to help you report or spamming the support, alright? If you want your friend to help you report, they will have to say that you're IGN, right? For example, John. But what if by the time the admin reads the ticket, the IGN has already been changed? So the only thing that cannot be changed is if you tell the admin your friend's Hive ID, for example, John123. But you aren't supposed to share your Hive ID in the first place. Sharing your Hive ID may jeopardize your case. Moreover, the admin only liaises with the account owner. It's practically useless to have someone else to help you report. So if your friends are helping you to send tickets or you are spamming the support, the admin will be wasting time answering their tickets when they could have been focusing on your important ticket. You don't want to piss off the supports, such as no matter how angry you are, you shouldn't insult them. One of the worst things I hated to hear was how the player is a paying customer, so he assumes that he has every right over me. Look, your money isn't paid directly to us. We will only assist you via our guidelines. Remember the terms of service when you agreed the moment you sign up? It's used to protect every employee. Your lawyer or police charge won't scare us. So I suggest that you be polite and patient during this period, or you might just keep receiving a copy and paste reply of how no further assistance will be given to you. Who else can help you? Not too long ago, I've come across a certain situation, and that's when I learned something. Now, I know this group existed, but I never actually realized that they could help. The official forum and maybe some of the YouTubers may not be allowed to mention this. You'll see why in a bit. In Summoner's World, we have a community of legit middlemen. Even though I don't really support buying, selling, or trading accounts, I feel that since I've come to know of this information, I might as well share it. So, you're wondering, how can a middleman help you? Well, most of the time, accounts that are stolen are being resold. That's if you're lucky that your account is being sold through a middleman. The community of middlemen, they keep a list of IDs of accounts that are stolen or scammed away. You may contact them to report your ID. Therefore, if any of these middlemen has come into the possession of your account, the account will be returned to the rightful owner. As the Hive ID cannot be changed, buyers should always check if the account being sold to you is stolen. If you're buying an account from somewhere else, you can also double check with the middleman. However, do note that their list of stolen IDs is not completed. Having a middleman will help you secure your transaction. You will not be scammed of your money or be scammed of your account. And of course, these services do not come for free, but it's not very expensive. If you're already paying to buy an account, why not just pay a little fee to the middleman so that you can secure your transaction? Because if you know that you do get scammed, it's very difficult to recover your money or even your account, because you obviously cannot contact com to us. It is against the rule or the terms of service to buy an account, to sell an account, or to trade an account. Maybe after this video they may get a lot of reports on stolen account IDs. Well, I can suggest for them to make a Google form for the public to enter their lost ID or stolen IDs, and they could have like certain requirements on, I don't know, maybe they can figure something out themselves. So yeah, I hope I have given you some tips in helping you get back your account. I hope you have a successful journey. Even if you don't, I say don't give up. Open a new ticket. Every admin works differently. I wouldn't say too different, but maybe you can get one that is more willing to help you. Good luck. 我祝你好运. Topic 2. Account security. Don't wait until your account is gone. Have you guys verified your email on your account? I know some of you have been logging into your Hive account and changing the profile picture and think that your email address is verified, but you do need to access further into your account settings to check if your email is verified. I have a sub account over here and it's 1 year old. The email wasn't verified. The hacker can easily change my password and change my email address to their email address and verify it. Once the email has been verified, you cannot change the address without accessing the email account, and you cannot use the forgot password option if you key in the wrong email address. So you do want to make sure that you type your email address properly. Remember, you should also fill up all the empty information such as your birthday and phone number. Next thing that you want to do is take down this information. These are important information required if you were to lose your account. The reason why I pick out this information is because some of them have time limit. For example, your email address when you first created the account. Some people might have already changed their email address and forgot what was the first address that they had created it with. For players who have bought their accounts, you also better go find out the answer. Wi-Fi MAC address for Android and the DID for iOS. Again, this information, they are unique IDs. If you are planning to change your devices, you better note down your current devices. And if you still have your old devices, you better switch them on before they die out and check out the IDs. Remove friends from your Hive and maximize your in-game friend list. Now, this is mentioned on the forum, very technical, so I won't go through too much of it. Maybe I know why computers find a need for this, to showing your Hive ID to others. But let's be honest, nobody uses this Hive ID exposure for any good measures, okay? There are more bad than good being done here. Avoid exposing your Hive ID. However, I wouldn't say that if you had written your Hive ID in public before, it would equate to you being hacked. We have had Facebook contests and it required you to write your Hive ID in the comments. Now, if you remember that you had taken part in such contests, I want you to go to that post and delete your entries. I believe all contests have already ended and prizes were given out. You don't need your entries to be there. That being said, if you are currently entering a certain contest from a certain official Facebook, they have taken measures too. If you notice, they will ask you to only provide your IGNs in the comment and fill up a separate Google form for Hive ID. This way, your Hive ID is not exposed to the public. And if you are currently taking part in a contest that does not require this, I suggest that you tell them this method so as to protect the players. General things that you should know about security. Don't use a simple password. Don't use the same password for your game, email, and Facebook. When the hacker logins to your Hive account, he will be able to see your full email address. Now, if you have the same password, then he will be able to log into your email. When he changes your Hive password and your Hive email address, he will be able to delete the notification email. You also don't want to log into public Wi-Fi. Sometimes hackers lurking in the public Wi-Fi and they'll be able to steal your data. I highly suggest that you increase your email and Facebook security. By setting this up when you log in, you will be directed to a page where you're asked to key in a code that was sent to your phone and text message or whatever settings that you have preset. This way you know you're secured and nobody else had logged in without your knowledge. After setting this up, you can check the login history and see if there is any logins that you don't recognize. You can go ahead and disconnect them. This will log out your account on those devices. The third topic I'll talk about is account protection. Prevention is always better than going through the process of retrieving. Let's talk about phishing website for a bit. You can call them a scammer website or a fake website. They are all the same. They are websites that look similar or even exactly the same, but they're out there to steal your information. The moment you type in your information and click enter, they have the exact same info that you have just keyed in. And I'm not just saying this for Summoner's War. This is the internet. There are many games out there with phishing websites available, waiting to steal your info. Therefore, you must be vigilant to spot them. How do you know that you have fallen for a phishing website? When you key in your information and you get this invalid ID and password, and you know that you have keyed in your information correctly, this is when you should immediately go to the official website and change your password. Let's take a look on how to detect if this is the official website. Phishing website may look similar, but it will be different. What is the official website? http www. Now this is quite irrelevant because sometimes they come with or without www. So let's skip that part. Let's focus on what is behind. Official website of With Hive is with Hive and m.withhive. The M stands for the mobile website. The difference between these two web addresses is the first one, you're not able to edit your account information. And the second one, which is the mobile website, you'll be able to edit your information. You may want to save this web address as your bookmark. So every time you want to go to With Hive, you can just click your bookmark. When you're unsure of what is the official website of a game, you can always use Google. And to be safe, you always want to use keywords of the game or the title of the game. And specifically, for Summoner's War, you can also access the Hive through the game. You do not need to use a web browser. How else can you prevent yourself from getting hacked? For Summoner's War, all notices can be read from in-game, whether it is notices regarding events or details regarding a patch or a maintenance notice. You do not need a link to go to the website to read these. And if you can't log into the game right now, maybe you're outside, then can you tell me what is the use of reading the notices right now? Would you rather click on a bad link just to read notices or wait until you're able to log into the game? Anyway, if you join our Facebook group, the one that I've mentioned earlier, there will be always that one guy who is posting about upcoming events like secret dungeons or HOH, so you can always join our group and look out for that. People will be posting information directly on the post, so you do not need to click any links. Official Facebook pages also post upcoming events on their Facebook page. You can also read more from there. Different servers may get different posting time in-game, but do note that eventually all events will be updated into the game notice board. Customer service support is a ticketing system. It is not an email. I've seen many people asking how do they email customer service or asking what is their email. There is no email, alright? You have to contact them through the With Hive ticket system. And when you reply them, you also have to reply them through the ticket system. The email that you get is just a notification email that your ticket was sent or your ticket had a reply. One thing you need to be vigilant about is receiving emails that ask you to reset your password. Note this can be with Hive or anything out there, your email, your Facebook. If you did not request for a password reset, you do not want to click any links in this email. Usually this email could be saying things like, someone is trying to enter your account. Do you want to straight away change your password? Now, if you suspect that your account is being hacked into, you want to go to the official website or whatever game it is and change your password. You do not want to go through your email. This email could be a scam, could be a phishing email, and then they will phish your information from there. Guys, don't share your login information. Whether is it to your brother, sister, mother, father, best friend, boyfriend, girlfriend. But I know you're like, I know they won't hack me. Okay, maybe they won't, but who knows what if they fall for a phishing website. Here's a real life story about my friend who visited a website and thinking there was a new event. He innocently just wanted to read about the new events coming up. He went on to enter his ID and password and he received the invalid ID and password. He thought that he had keyed wrongly and he went on to key in even his sub account ID and password. It was then that it occurred to him that it was a fake website, but the thing is, he had almost keyed in his friend's ID and password. Imagine losing your account, not really to your own fault, but of your friend's mistake. I know some of you guys are sharing your login due to Guild War. What I suggest is that you always remind your friend to not give out your ID and password anywhere, okay? Anywhere. And you have to take note that computers will never ask for your password. There are people who are impersonating computers and saying, "Hi, I'm a GM. I need to log in your account for whatever purposes." This is a scam, okay? Never ever give your password to anyone. There are also some people who are impersonating your friends and they will say things like, for example, "Can I log in your account? I just want to see something." This is a scam. Never ever give them your password. Computers has also forbidden the use of emulators like BlueStacks or Nox. You can use them at your own risk, such as having your account permanently banned or getting hacked. Next, we'll talk about should you link your social network sites to your Summoner's War account, and how do you link Hive to Facebook or Google+. You can see at your game settings, you'll see the two little icon over there. If it's lighted up, it means that you're connected. The first one is Google+, and the second one is obviously Facebook. Please note that Google+ link is only available for Android devices. If you are on iOS, this icon will not show up. And how do you link or delink these? When you log into your Hive, you'll see at the settings, under information you'll see there, you can toggle on or off your Facebook and Google+ link. So what this means? It means that if you have linked them to your Summoner's War account, you'll be able to log in without keying in your Hive ID and password. You simply log in with the options below the box that is login with Facebook or login with Gmail. Say whether you want to link or delink is totally up to you. And if you do link, you want to secure your Facebook or your Gmail before you link them. Currently, I'm unsure if this will help or not help you if you link or don't link, but I think someone is collecting data on this and I'll update you if there's any changes. Recently, we know the security at computers and Hive is just so vulnerable. Let's check out how easy a noob hacker can steal your account. Saying for example, he got your ID and password off the phishing website. When the hacker logins to your Hive account, he can see your personal details like your email address and your phone number. Scrolling down, you can see the password modification. The hacker can easily change your password. You just need your current password, which he already has, and then a new password. Clicking on the gear icon to further edit your information, they ask for your password. Like, what is the point? If you can log into here, what difference does it make to ask for your password again to access your account details? The phishing sites only ask to key in your ID and password, and they can steal your account by easily changing your password. Accounts that have not verified their emails are more easily stolen on the spot. What I suggest is they rearrange everything. No account details needs to be shown on the first page when you log in, such as your email and your phone number. I know people constantly log into the Hive to change their profile picture, so this can remain there. To access further into your account details, this is where you need to click the gear icon, but this time, instead of asking for your password, they should be asking for your email address. If you had keyed in your ID and password at a phishing website, the hacker cannot see your personal and private information. This information should be only shared with Hive, and the hacker have no way of knowing your email address tagged to your account. Therefore, he have no way of accessing into your account details. Without access to your account details, the hacker cannot change your password or even your email. This way, the account will remain intact. At this point, the hacker only has access to your game. The good thing about Summoner's War is that it has no in-game trading. Hackers gain nothing if they only have access to your game. Once you change your password, you can log in back to your Summoner's War and you will instantly kick the other party out. Yes, I've heard of accounts being stolen. Password and emails were changed without getting an email notification. This will probably have something to do with their security vulnerabilities itself, but I'm not an IT or hacking expert, so I have nothing much to comment about it. By using my suggestions, or probably others have suggested this before, can eliminate the suspicion on the user on whether did they give out their information. This way, they can instantly help players who got duped into giving out their account information, as they just need to change their password. The players do not need to contact Hive for further assistance. Overall, the support admin also will get lesser tickets regarding accounts. This is a win-win situation. Again, I am no IT expert. Some of you must be thinking, hey, it's not that easy and simple. Well, I don't think I'm asking the impossible. Even though I don't play many games, you can see that I'm living under a rock. But the Thai game that I play does this. You log into your account on the website, you can see your ID, profile picture. If you want to change your password, you have to type in your email address and type in the captcha. Maybe counters can seriously consider this step. Thank you for watching. I hope you find this video useful in every way, even in some of the things that have already been mentioned 1,000 times. To some, this could be your first time hearing it. Please share this video with your friends so that we can all protect our own account to the best of our abilities. Comments are welcome. Maybe you might come up with new ideas that I never thought of, or something that I forgot to write down. But I doubt I'll get any viewers. So I'm here to help you guys, so let's not argue over pointless matters. I'll also include links in the description. Remember to check that out. Bye!